today's reading. So this is going to be a reading for your twin flame or soulmate journey, or the one, or whatever term you use. I know people have different definitions for twin flames and soulmate and whatnot, but essentially this is going to be the journey towards your ideal relationship, or the relationship that you deserve, in the romantic sense. So we have pile number 1 with the Labradorite. Pile number 2 with lapis lazuli. And number 3 with iskyanite. Usually I don't mind if you choose more than one. If you still feel drawn to do that, feel free to do that. But for this one, I feel like each pile is kind of different, so I don't know how they will overlap, but again, do whatever you want. Oh, and I forgot to point out that you might be dating around, but this is for those who aren't in a committed relationship. I might do one for couples later, but this one specifically for singles. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the challenge card. Because of these two hairs here that are kind of fighting, I feel like most of you probably left a relationship. If it wasn't a romantic relationship that you left, or wasn't a breakup, I feel like there's still some kind of conflict here. So the circle card feels like that whatever this was is probably still affecting most of you. But with the arch card, you're not going to be in here for too long. So for the archer card, this is when you're going to be really focused on your goals. You're going to be more independent here, and because you're going to figure out what you're going to do, or you're going to be more focused on what you want, I feel like you're going to attract someone who doesn't try to control you, or who doesn't like really mind that. For example, let's say that you're the breadwinner of the family. They're not going to be jealous of that. They're not going to kind of hold you back or put you down because of this. They're going to be very accepting of this energy that you have here. So you can be better at certain things than them, certain skills, but they're not going to hold that over you. It's not going to make them insecure. They're just going to let you do your own thing. So with the abundance card, this not only represents the relationship or the end goal of the relationship, but for some reason I feel like that this could be like a non-traditional, non-conventional relationship, whatever that means for you. I mean, it is the one that is still healthy and safe and familiar. So maybe a lot of you are used to kind of unconventional relationships, and maybe that person kind of accepts that of you. But it is still one that is still safe and healthy and familiar. So that was pile number 1. If that resonated with you, please leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that. I have my Instagram down below where I sometimes do free readings. I try to do them once a week, but I do get busy with other things in my life. But if I'm not doing free readings, I do also do other pick a card readings on my Instagram from time to time, and also on my Etsy shop down below. I'm going to move on to pile number 2. Okay, pile number 2 with the lapis lazuli. Okay, so with these 3 cards, the eel, the wren, and the protection card, I feel like a lot of you might be single for a while. So the way I laid these cards out is pretty much a progression from where you are now, the journey to whatever you're trying to manifest, your goal, whatever it is. So because these 3 cards are here, or with these 3 cards representing this reading, I feel like you're going to be single for a little while. But I don't think this is going to be something that bothers a lot of you. So most of you who chose this pile, I feel like you're single by choice, or you're single because you want to work on yourself. The Wren card, The Ren card is about studying and learning. So a lot of you could be working on a project or developing something. I feel like you're putting a lot of energy into this, and I feel like it's going to be. I feel like because you're going to be really focused on this, with the protection card. So I guess the year would be you focusing on your journey. You're just gonna do your own thing. You're gonna, I guess, have this tunnel vision of what you want to do. The Ren is when you're gonna be developing yourself or developing something, and the protection card is pretty much you just really invested and focused in that. So this isn't really about you shielding yourself away from everyone else. It's just that you're kind of doing your own thing. So because you like doing this, I feel like most of you aren't worried about a relationship at this moment, but if you are and this somehow resonates with you, I feel like you're soon going to be in this energy where you're just going to be doing your own thing. So even if you are someone who's kind of worried that they're going to be single forever, I feel like pretty soon you're going to be just working on yourself. You're not be so worried about being single and alone, you know. So the generosity card is someone who looks like they're focused on the 3 things going in front of them, but they're not really paying attention to these cups here. I'm getting this is because it's kind of like the smaller goblets here. They're kind of like, I guess, showing off. They look fancy, but they may not be as, you know, not worthy. What's what I'm looking for? It's like, okay, so this is like these 5 goblets here. It's like when you put like gold or diamond on crab, you know. It might look fancy and good, but if you really dig deep down, it's like not really worth it. But even though these look really plain, they look like they hold a lot more. So for a lot of you guys, you look like you're trying to get these vases here or these baskets here, whatever they are, rather than paying attention to the little goblets here when they don't really offer that much for you. So this is saying that you're not going to just accept any person who comes along your way. You're going to make sure that they have, you know, they're able to like hold their weight. And when you do meet whoever, you know, this is, the traditional card in reverse feels like you probably won't expect it. For most of you, it feels like it's going to be how you meet them that you're not going to expect rather than who you meet. Maybe for some of you it is who you meet, but I feel like for a lot of you it's going to be the situation or circumstance of how you meet this person is going to be unexpected for a lot of you. So that was pound number 2. If that resonated with you, please leave a like, comment down below. Hit the notification bell. I have an Instagram down below where I do free readings from time to time. I try to do it at least once a week, but I do have things in my life that I do have to attend to. But if you still want to catch my readings, again, subscribe here, or you can hit my Instagram, go to my Instagram, where I sometimes do other readings as well, other pick a card readings for my Instagram followers. And if you want a personal reading from me, and I'm not doing free readings again, I do have my Etsy down below. Okay, power number 3 with lapis lazuli. The transition card feels like that a lot of you may be on a spiritual journey or some kind of self-developing journey, or one you just working yourself and you're trying to transition from an old stage of life to a different one. And eventually I feel like you're going to go into this empowerment energy. This could be a physical movement for some of you, but I feel like it has mostly to do with developing yourself in your spiritual journey. So it feels like pretty quickly you're going to be coming into the empowerment energy, where you're aligned with your higher self, you're feeling confident, you know, you're just the best that you can be, or you're learning to be the best that you can be, but you're going to be feeling a lot more confident here. And because you spend so much time working on yourself, or you know yourself, or you spend time developing this with the boarding card and reverse, it feels like you're not gonna settle for just anyone. The difference here is I feel like pile number 3 is just at a different stage than pile number 2, where pile number 3, they're a lot closer to the empowerment energy than pile number 2 is. I feel like pile number 2 is going to be in the transition or the journey stage for a while compared to pile number 3. But that's not a good or a bad thing. It's just like you guys are in different stages in your life. And then with the seer card, even though that not just settling for anyone, I feel like you're still trying to figure out exactly what it is that you want. And the seer card is when you're going to actually think about what you want in someone or in a relationship or in a person. Because just because you're rejecting people here doesn't mean that you know what you want, if that makes any sense. Yes, so the seer card is also equivalent to the high priestess card. So it has to do with intuition, with this, I guess, basin of water here, or this here. I feel like she's kind of like looking into her future. She's kind of looking into what she wants. It's sort of that manifesting energy. You may not be actively manifesting your partner at this time, but I feel like you're going to really think about what it is that you want. So feels like you know what you don't want, but you might not know what you want until this point. And then with the Hearthfire card, I feel like you are going to figure out what this is, and eventually you're going to find the relationship that you love and that you deserve. I can just tell by the image here that, yeah, basically you're going to be like with a group of people that you really enjoy. They could be your soul tribe or close friends. I don't know if these people, you already know these people, but since this is a general reading, I feel like some of you may know these people, some of you may not know these people, but in general, they're going to be people that feel like your family and your soul tribe. So who you meet may be in this circle here, or in that tribe there, or in your like close friend group, or in a group or in a group of friends that you eventually meet. So they could be someone that you meet through someone, or it could just be, you know, maybe you're at a party or a club, you meet them through there. But whatever it is, you're gonna feel like close with this group. So that was pile number 3. I hope that resonated with you. And yeah, as usual, like, comment, subscribe. I have my Etsy down below for personal readings, Instagram for sometimes free readings. I try to do them once a week, but I do have other things in my life like school and whatnot, but I do try to get on that as much as I can. So that's the end of the reading.